Hello, good morning. I'm doing this Sunday morning just because it's been a weird week for me, video game wise. So I figured, now's as good time any to just kind of get into this video. So before I even do that, um, just in terms of what I mean by it's just been a weird week for me. I went to turn on my PlayStation 3 yesterday. And so for the longest time, my PlayStation 3's HDMI port, I don't know, somewhere along the way, the HDMI like slot kind of got split. So I have to kind of like finagle it, but I could usually get it to work. It's finally just kind of just it stopped working. This is something that I've kind of known that's going to happen. So I had to buy a component cable, an HD component cable for the PlayStation 3. Something I've kind of always known I was going to have to eventually do just because that HDMI cable, I knew it was just going to eventually stop working, or the port. But then because I'm doing this, now the component cables on my TV are being used by the Wii, so then I'm like, well, now I have to buy a Wii adapter for the eight to take up the HDMI slot on the where the PS3 was. So I don't know, just stupid things like that. So I had to buy a couple things there, so I can get back to playing PlayStation 3 games tomorrow. Um, and then in terms of the games I've played this week, I wish I could be more positive about them, but I guess we'll get into it. To start off, Darksiders. I probably should have just delayed the video by like 15 minutes because I recorded the video last week, and then right after I sat down and played Darksiders and literally finished it like 15 minutes later. So I should have just finished the game and then recorded this video. But yeah, I finished the game. I don't know. There's just always something about like I can get a little frustrated with certain parts of a game, especially towards the end when they start dragging. But then once it's over, I ultimately felt pretty good about this game. So I gave it I'm gonna give it an 8. I feel like it's a good game. It has some ups, it has some downs, but yeah, I ultimately kind of I was waffling between a 7.5 and an 8, and I ultimately kind of once the credits hit, I just felt like okay, this feels like it's just like a solid 8. It does have some issues, but ultimately it is a good game. Um, so after I beat that, I was like, I want to play a couple different games. That I don't know how I'm gonna feel, but I do know so usually when I do that, I think, okay, so if there's a couple games I don't know if I'm going to like it, I want to have at least one video game that I know I'm going to like. So for the PlayStation 3, I chose Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I was like, you know what? I've played this game, I liked it. I'll play it again. It's gonna get, it'll rank high on my list. And that's just not the case. Like after sitting down and playing this, like I just don't like Need for Speed the franchise. I just don't like it. It's this goes so much deeper than just this game. Like every time I've sat down to play a Need for Speed game, over the last probably 5 years, I've just never. Maybe the last maybe more 3 years. I've had a really hard time enjoying any of them, and I think it's just because as I play more games, as I play more racing games, I just find that like I like all other racing games more than Need for Speed. Like I like Dirt 2. I really liked Dirt 2. Project Gotham Racing. And then of course I just love the Forza Horizon series. So then when I sit down and play Need for Speed, there's just something about um just the way the cars handle. Um uh, I think and this is gonna sound really weird, but I think also just kind of like traffic patterns that they set up along the way that I just find it incredibly frustrating. Like the number of times in this game particular, I would be drifting around a corner and then boom, there would be a car there and I crash. And there was this tooltip at one point that was like, hey, be careful drifting around corners, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I feel like they're deliberately putting cars in spots like that so you're going to crash more. And it's just like, that is a design decision, but like, I just don't enjoy it. There's just like, I wanted to like this game. I thought I was gonna like this game. The one thing that did surprise me is the online leaderboards are still up. I was like, excuse me. I couldn't believe that. Like every time I was doing an event, and I was playing this on my PlayStation 3, and that's where like all my core friends are. So I'm going up against their scores from when they played this game back in like 2010 or 2009, whenever this game came out. So I like it was really interesting to kind of go back and just try to like beat their scores. Unfortunately, it's in a game that like I just don't enjoy playing. And I think it just kind of comes down to the fact that I just don't like Need for Speed the franchise. When I really think about it, like I always kind of said like I don't like Need for Speed, but I did really like Hot Pursuit. And I can't even say that anymore. I think the answer is I just don't like Need for Speed, including Hot Pursuit at this point. So I don't know. Just like between when I first played Hot Pursuit, which was probably 7 or 8 years ago, to playing it now, when I think about all the racing games I've played in between then and now, like I guess like my tastes have just kind of like changed and evolved. So now into one of the first games that I was like, I don't know how I'll feel about this. I'm curious and I want to give it a try. And that is on the Wii. I played uh Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Dual Transer. Um, hmm. So immediately when I started the story, I was just kind of thrown into the game. Like there's no tutorial. It does not explain how to play Yu-Gi-Oh at all. Which FYI, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, so I just had to just start playing and just kind of use my knowledge of other card games and just kind of figure out the rules as I go. And that was working for a while, but then I just hit a wall where I literally cannot beat anybody. I have lost the last 10 matches in a row. I am just completely stuck, and I'm at a crossroads where I have to either start reading wikis and learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, or just say, you know what? I don't need I don't need to know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I've given this game a chance because I've played like 6 or 7 hours of it. Like, and I think I'm gonna go that route. I'm not. I don't think I'm interested in Yu-Gi-Oh enough to start reading wikis and really learn how to build a deck because I have tried multiple different decks. I tried this like fairy deck. I've tried like a dragon deck. I tried a warrior deck, and like I just kept losing. Like I said, I lost the last 10 matches all using different decks, and it's just like I clearly there's something I'm not getting, and I need to like look into Yu-Gi-Oh strategies and really learn Yu-Gi-Oh, or just say like I don't really care and I'm okay with just not learning Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think I'm going to go that route. Um the next game I started streaming on my Series X is Far Cry 2. Believe it or not, this is actually in-game graphics of the game. It's not great to look at. I wish I liked streaming it more. I just wished I liked playing it more. It's just so whatever. It doesn't feel good to shoot. Like doesn't really like it just feels so like open-ended. I don't know. Like it's an early Xbox 360 open world game. I understand all that. Um I gotta just sit down and play it. I kind of want to do that today. It's Sunday. I don't have a lot else to do. So I'm gonna try to stream quite a bit of Far Cry 2 today, but I'm not super excited about it. It's fine. And then lastly, I can at least bookend this video with a game that I do feel positive about, and that is a Rock Band. So kind of last week I did talk about kind of the issues I have with the original Rock Band game where it is limited in a single player capacity. The other issue I have, and it's less of the game and I guess just more just kind of my lifestyle, that like whenever I play the game, this is my left hand. You know what? I never use my left pinky. And you know what is regularly needed in Rock Band when you play on hard? Your left pinky. It's just like after like 5 or 6 songs, my left pinky's like, yo, I haven't been used like this since last time you played Rock Band. And it's just like it just starts hurting. And I know it sounds so stupid, but my left pinky just hurts, like the knuckle and just the pinky itself just starts hurting to the point where I'm like, I need to take a break. I can't play this for too much longer just because I need to just kind of build up the muscles back in my left pinky. So that's kind of my one of my Rock Band problems. But that is kind of one of the things I did want to do with this is to start getting my hands used to playing Rock Band and playing instrumental games again, because I need to start playing a lot of these instrumental games, and it will be helpful if I am warmed up by Rock Band. And that's ultimately what I'm doing, is I'm just kind of dicking around every day, just kind of playing 5 or 6 songs, just trying to unlock the new songs, which I'm struggling with right now, just because I have to do it on hard. And like I said, my left pinky is struggling. It's not used to being used ever. So these are kind of my struggles. Um, but with that, those are kind of the 5 games I've been playing. I have decided I am done with Yu-Gi-Oh! I might be done with Need for Speed. I have to wait until the cord comes anyway to play another PlayStation 3 game. I'm going to continue to stream Far Cry. So, yep, I will be starting at least something new on the Wii. But with that, it's time to get into my list. And hell yeah, it's not there. I'm gonna have to pause this. Okay, there it is. I don't know why it all of a sudden appeared. I don't understand anything. Okay, anyway. So, like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I gave it a 2. I think it's bad. I should update the hours. I definitely played it more than just 1, but yeah. I gave it a 2, and it's getting ranked between Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader and Cameo. It's I had more fun with Yu-Gi-Oh! At the beginning than I ever did with Cameo. So, I don't know. Now, Far Cry 2, as of right now, I'm just kind of giving it a 3 because I don't think it's bad, but I'm just not enjoying it. I don't think there's really any fun to be had so far. But yeah, that kind of just leaves it right around 43rd. Need for Speed, like it's a fine game. Like I can see where like it's good, but like man, I just don't like it. I've put a good 10 hours into the game at this point. I've gone through quite a few events. And I really like that the leaderboards are still up. That's cool. But I just, man, I wish the leaderboards were up in a better game. Darksiders, like I said, I gave it an 8, and it ultimately I decided that it was between Tales and Project Gotham Racing 3. Also, I do want to note that last night there was nothing that I really wanted to play because like I like Rock Band, but like I can't play that all the time. So I started playing Forza Horizon 5 on my PlayStation 5. Um, that's a really good game. So like it just made me like Need for Speed even that much. Like it just makes me like it even less. And as of right now, I'm putting Rock Band at 14th between Dirt 2 and Dragon's Crown. I think conceptually Rock Band is great. I just think that like I think Rock Band 2 is going to end up being a better game. And I've never played Rock Band 3. And if I'm going to play Rock Band 3, I do think I need to get the keyboard as well. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out eventually. But with that, get back to this scene. And with that, I want to just thank you for watching. And I will be back later today because I forgot to do a bracket yesterday because I was busy doing all my chores and errands because I'm try to be a responsible adult. But that means I forgot about this. So I'll do that today. That's fine. But with that, thank you for watching. And like I said, I do want to do the bracket and then I'll probably do a little streaming later. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.